Hey, 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 how y'all doing? Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your heart so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year. And here is a little history on Valentine's Day. Now, every February 14th, across the United States and other places around the world, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of St. Valentine's. Who is the mysterious saint? And where did these traditions come from? Let's find out about this history, a centuries-old holiday, from ancient Roman rituals to customs of Victorian England. Now, the history of St. Valentine's Day and the story of its patron saint is shrouded in mystery to this day. We do know that February has long been celebrated as a month of romance, and that St. Valentine's Day, as we know it today, contains vestiges of both Christian and ancient Roman tradition. But who was Saint Valentine, and how did he become associated with this ancient rite? The Catholic Church recognizes at least 3 different saints named Valentine or Valentinus, all of whom were martyred. One legend contends that Valentine was a priest who served during the 3rd century in Rome, when Emperor Claudius II decided that single men made better soldiers, and those with wives and family, he outlawed marriages for young men. What? Sorry, my nose. Yeah, he outlawed marriages for young lovers in secret. But Valentine, realizing the injustice of everything that was going on with Claudius II, he defied him and continued to perform marriages in secret for young men and women. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he be put to death. Yeah. Other stories suggest that Valentine may have been killed for attempting to help Christians escape harsh Roman prisons, where they were often beaten and tortured. Now, according to one legend, an imprisoned Valentine actually sent the first Valentine greeting himself after he fell in love with a young girl possibly his jailer's daughter, who visited him during his confinement at this time. Before his death, it is alleged that he wrote her a letter signed, "From your Valentine." An expression that is still in use to this very day. Although the truth behind the Valentine legends is murky, the stories all emphasize his appeal as a sympathetic, heroic, and most importantly, romantic figure. By the Middle Ages, perhaps thanks to his reputation, Valentine would become one of the most popular saints in England and in France. While some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commemorate the anniversary of Valentine's death or burial, which probably occurred around 270 AD. Others claim that the Christian Church may have decided that to place St. Valentine's feast day in the middle of February, so February 14th, in effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of, I think it's Lupercalia, something like that. Now, celebrated at the Ides of February, or February 15th. Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to the Roman founders Romulus and Remus. Now, to begin the festival, members of the leprosy, in order of Roman priest, would gather in a sacred cave where the infants Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf or lupa. The priest would sacrifice a goat for fertility, a dog for purification. They would then strip the goat's hide into strips, dip them into the sacrificial blood, and take to the streets, gently slapping both women and crop fields. You're gonna come at me, trying to slap me with blood? It's on. No. With the goat hide. No. Now, far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming of the year. Like I said, you're gonna slap me with the hide dipping blood? No, we're gonna rumble. It's gonna be a rumble in the jungle. Yeah. Now, later in the day, according to the legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. The city's bachelors would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen woman. These matches often ended in marriages. So, this kind of, back then it was kind of like today's modern show, The Bachelor. Will you take this rose? I have no choice, you drew my name, so yes. Now, Lupercalia survived the initial rise of Christianity, but was outlawed as it was deemed unchristian. At the end of the 5th century, when Pope Gelasius declared February 14th St. Valentine's Day. Now, it was not till much later, however, that the day became definitely associated with love. Coco, coco, coco. Now, during the Middle Ages, it was commonly believed in France and England that February 14th was the beginning of birds' mating season, which added to the idea, ding, 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 that the middle of Valentine's Day should be a day of romance, the hearts, the candies, the kisses, the roses, the flowers, all that good stuff. Valentine's greetings were popular as far back as the Middle Ages, through written Valentine, though Valentines didn't begin to appear until after the 1400s. The oldest known Valentine, still in existence today, was a poem written in 1415, written by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife while he was imprisoned in the Tower of London, following his capture at the Battle of Agincourt. I had to look at there. The greeting is now part of the manuscript collection of the British Library in London, England. Several years later, it is believed that King Henry's between the 4th and 5th, hired a writer named John Lingate to compose a Valentine note to Catherine of Valois. Now, in addition to the United States, Valentine's Day is celebrated in Canada, Mexico, United Kingdom, France, Australia, and Great Britain. Valentine's Day all around the world. Now, Valentine's Day began to be popularly celebrated around the 17th century. Now, by the middle of the 18th, it was common for friends and lovers of all social classes to exchange small tokens of affections or handwritten notes. And by the 1900s, printed cards began to appear and began to replace written letters due to improvement in the printing process, printing technology. Ready-made cards were an easy way for people to express the emotions of how they felt. In a time when direct expressions of one's feelings was discouraged. Cheaper postage rates also contributed to an increase in the popularity of sending Valentine's Day greetings. Now, Americans probably began exchanging handmade Valentines in the early 1700s. In 1840s, Esther A. Howland began selling the first ever mass-produced Valentines in America. Howland is known as the mother of the Valentine. Made elaborate creations with real lace, ribbons, and colorful pictures, known as scrapbooking. See the connection? Today, according to the Greeting Card Association, an estimated 1 billion, that's right, 1 billion Valentine's Day cards are sent each year, making Valentine's Day the second largest card sending holiday of the year. An estimated 2.6 billion cards are sent for Christmas, during Christmas time, the holidays. Women purchase approximately 85% of all Valentines. Men, step it up. And that, my friends, my cutie pies, is the history of Valentine's. Hope you have a good one. Smooches. Hugs. Mwah. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a like, smash that like button. Leave a comment in the comment below. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you are notified when my videos go up.